So the scene starts off with Jogo's dialogue talking about some, I knew it since the very beginning. And then Sukuna laughing maniacally. Yeah, I gotta cook him for this one. You quite literally asked Kenjaku how strong you are in terms of Sukuna's fingers. He told you 8 or 9 fingers with a question mark. And then you fed Sukuna giving him 15 fingers. Pause. And then was in disbelief once he started getting dragged across the city. Sukuna is explaining the conditions under the fluorescent lights. They love making him look evil as shit.
Now your reward for freeing me. If you manage to land one single hit on me, I'll work on the new Kenjaku, and I might even let you call me Big Bro.
And then Jogo's next lines are, Nigga, what are you talking about? Sukuna conspired the deal first, not you. His brain might actually be jumbled after fighting the strongest nigga twice. Had the straightest face, wasn't stressed or phased when saying this. Really thought this was an easy lick. So now they both flying through the air. Jogo charges an attack. Sukuna hits him with 2 frames and dices his arm, followed by a boulder being thrown at him through a building. Sukuna treats this as a game, as Jogo is fighting for his life. He regenerates the arm, and then he sneakily uses the building as a cover to shoot a machine gun rate of projectile. And of course, Sukuna ain't get touched. But then this scene of him in the building, I love how you could see his shadow as he's going inside. He was chilling, having a peaceful day. Then the door started melting, then he dipped through the office. The floor is lava. Nope. Look at his reflection through the mirror. The details was just insane in this episode. Jogo was already on the other side of the building trying to sneak him. Gets blocked. And please watch this carefully because I know a lot of people missed this. Tries the left blocked. Tried to sneak in that right kick while being held in this position. Spins his body for an open headshot. But y'all gotta watch closely. Look how Sukuna let go at just the perfect time to block the attack while redirecting the attack away from his face. Jogo got desperate and tried to let off the attack but got his fingers sliced off. Then he activates this volcanic beam. Confused if he got Sukuna until he gets dragged by his hoodie, gets twirled around, thrown back into the dirt, bounced around 4 times. It happened so fast it might have been hard to see on the first watch. Into a sign, off the lamppost, through multiple floors, off the glass, bounced off the truck. He's able to catch his footing until he gets his head bashed in, sending him below ground level. Now Jogo has that same sentence engraved in his head as he lies unconscious. Now he want to reminisce on the words of Geto, but it makes no difference now. He finally came to the realization that that statement didn't matter, causing him to just let loose and create this tower of lava, even creating oceans and waves of lava that flood the city. Jogo gets the high ground and surfs on the waves. Sukuna stays untouched. Somebody will have to explain to me what happened right here because I don't know what happened. He was literally drowned in lava. I don't know how many dismantles and cleaves he could have used to escape this, but somebody let me know. 2 beams of lava just to get sliced up consecutively. Gojo, while surfing on the waves, is watching closely. Look how he tried to enclose the lava on Sukuna while trying to shoot more lava at him, but nothing hits. He weaves this one, didn't even have to move for this one. Dismantles these 2 while dodging another one. Sukuna hops out the lava onto a building, but Jogo starts to melt all the buildings around him. This has to be a whole block of city building. And then he rains waterfalls of lava onto him, and Sukuna had to jump away from this humongous pillar of lava that Jogo spawns in, sending an army of mosquitoes at him 2 seconds later. I love how throughout this whole entire fight, Jogo isn't giving Sukuna a break. He has to constantly rush him, trying to find any type of opening and giving Sukuna no time to even stand still. Now I know everybody remembers this scene of him backflipping on the building. They displayed this beautiful sequence of detail I did not catch my first watch. And it's not much to break down here. Just Sukuna dodging the mosquitoes as they explode on impact. But this part right here, they start giving us the perspective of the mosquitoes going inside the building. A good display of IQ as they try to ambush Sukuna from behind. But it meant absolutely nothing. And as Sukuna floats in the air, look how the fingers are forming in the lava. Even formed his nail and the wrinkles in his hands, not a single detail missed. We love it though. This is why I love breaking down these fights, because it's just some details that we shouldn't miss. Like right here when Jogo forms these giant constructs of lava hand. And right here, you could tell Jogo is using every single ounce of power he's ever had to try crushing Sukuna with these 2 buildings. All we see next is and Sukuna in this heavenly pose, and then he disappears in the flames. Jogo gets scared and tries to proceed from any way he could until this jump scare. And this being my favorite scene of Jogo getting completely ragdolled through this office building. I gotta break this part down. Jogo is already flying through a window. Sukuna follows him. He doesn't hit him right here. Juggles him one time and Trackstar runs to spike him into the next room. Bounced off of something. I don't know what it was. I couldn't see it. But that gives Jogo airtime and Sukuna sends him to space. But Sukuna meets him midair and gives us another evil shot while palming his face and sending him down through another building with what has to be more than 20 floors. Just dragging his face through every single floor. I was trying to figure out why fire appeared right here, but it has to be Jogo trying to let off fire from his head to try to burn Sukuna and get him off of him. And Sukuna hasn't revealed fire as one of his curse techniques yet, so it can't be that. And now the infamous moonlight scene. Truly gorgeous. Jogo can't see it as his jaw is hanging off. And this scene was pretty funny because when Sukuna grabbed Jogo by his hoodie, they gave us a few good seconds of Jogo's feet just dangling in the air. And as embarrassing as this is, Jogo displays all the power he can muster. In this next scene when cars and boulders are getting sucked in a vortex-like state from Jogo's meteor fireball. And it's very cool how this attack has like a gravitational pull. Don't know why, but this attack is powerful as hell. I don't know how Sukuna's grinding with regular shoes on, but the way Jogo is just freely controlling this attack just shows the mastery of his skill and how powerful he is to control this attack. But Jogo lets off this attack that sounds like a nuke. It's crazy how this is a random Halloween. But Jogo believed that Sukuna didn't escape this unharmed till he appeared right beside him, sending crisscross applesauce. Jogo went through this whole entire fight not knowing Sukuna's strength, not knowing his abilities, not knowing his ceiling or his weaknesses. And after putting out everything that he has and still not being able to bring out even half of Sukuna's strength, he's lost all confidence and doesn't even want to pop a domain for a chance. Sukuna calls him a loser for this, but he still piqued his interest, so he decides to clash with him with the technique he hasn't revealed yet. The animation and the cinematography for this scene was just so gorgeous. From the beauty and emotion of their flames in their hands to the sounds of the flames themselves. Just everything about that scene is therapy. And now they both up the hand signs to unleash their techniques in the most cinematic way. Now, if I didn't say anything about the flashback, this scene will go from this to this. Mad confusing. And the flashback is really just Jogo realizing that curses are just as humans are humans. I literally don't know how Sukuna is in here with him. What if this is his own manifestation of Sukuna? Telling him things he wants to hear but still acting how Sukuna acts. I don't read the manga, let me know. But the fight ends abruptly and I'm gonna tell y'all the stats. Jogo landing 0 physical attacks. Sukuna landed 7, I believe it's 7. It was about 4 kicks right here. I counted where he got sent through the window because he got sent through there by some type of attack. I also counted this right here. Also when he gets his head bashed in, that part where he gets palmed through the entire building, all of those led up to 7. Jogo landed 0 curse technique attacks. Sukuna landed 3 curse technique attacks. They were very easy to see, but this one I didn't catch. And then 1 projectile attack when he threw the boulder at him. And that's really it. I love breaking down fights that are this detailed. So much to view and dissect in fights like this. But I love y'all. I'm out.